Hello, Trisha. What were you doing at my shop earlier? Don't tell me that you were there shoplifting.
What? No, I was just looking at some cakes. Besides, I made a purchase. I would never shoplift.
What? But you're the poorest person in our town, right? You can't afford our high-end cakes. I know that you were trying to steal them.
What do you mean, the poorest person in town? I don't care if you call me poor or rich. But I can't have you making false accusations that I was trying to steal the cakes.
I mean, you can't even afford it. I saw you buying the cheapest cake we were selling, too, and you left our shop as if you were running from us. No matter how I looked at you, I could tell that you're a thief.
Well, I didn't think you were working. If only I knew, I wouldn't have gone to your shop. I would have ordered online instead.
Oh, does that mean you didn't know that I own that cake shop? I guess you need to communicate with the local people more.
What? Are you the owner of that shop?
That's right. I put in so much effort until I finally got my shop to be introduced on the magazines and TV. But after I put in all my effort, I made it happen.
Okay, I've been there a few times, but I've never seen you there.
Look, do you really think the owner will always be at the front of the house? Of course I hired employees. One of my part-time workers happened to call out sick today, and that's why I was there.
Okay, I see. I had no idea.
Did you say you've been at our shop a few times? I see. Well, that must be why my sales were looking a little strange.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
You must have been stealing. The cookies that are outside the sneeze guard are easy to steal.
Oh, give me a break. I would never do that. You can't accuse me without any evidence.
I have evidence. It's the fact that you're poor. But I guess it can't be helped. No matter how poor you are, you still have to manage to live. You're a single mother with a child. You're in a situation where you had no choice but to steal.
No, I said I didn't steal anything. It's true that I'm a single mother. But we're not in a deficit to the point where I'd have to steal from others.
Well, this conversation won't go anywhere. But what I want you to know is that I understand you, so you don't have to be scared.
No, I'm not scared of anything. I just want you to stop accusing me of stealing.
Okay, fine. Anyway, please don't come near us, okay? Just like how you're in a dire need to steal, I can't afford to have my products stolen. You understand, right? If you're going to steal, I'd like you to steal from others.
Why do you hate me so much?
What? I don't hate you. I'm saying this for your sake.
You're lying. You're just trying to make me a thief.
Oh, you're just victimizing yourself. I only want to live in this town safely, and if there's a criminal among us, we can't keep order.
A criminal?
This town is known as a high-end residential area. There are a lot of expensive standalone houses, right?
Yes, I know that. So what?
And among all of us, you're the only person who lives in an old apartment. To add, you drive a cheap used car. Whenever you're picking up your child, you look like a peasant.
Well, different peasants wear different things.
But you're always wearing gray clothes. All peasants wear gray clothes.
Not only are you assuming that I'm a thief, you're also assuming that whoever is wearing gray is a peasant.
To add, you're always wearing cheap clothes. This is why everyone's afraid of you.
Afraid? Why? Is it because I'm wearing gray, cheap clothes?
I'm sure you're aware. Molly, Michelle, and I, among our social group, all have husbands who work for the same company.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
And that company owns several high-end apparels. It means that they're professional when it comes to fashion.
Okay, so just because you guys are married to professionals in fashion, you're saying that you guys are also professionals in fashion?
I won't necessarily say that, but we all have high standards when it comes to fashion. So when we see someone who's poor with no fashion interest, like you in our town, we tend to get scared. It can't be helped.
Even after you explained it, I still don't get why anyone would be afraid of me.
So please don't come near us, okay? We just want this town to stay peaceful. What? Are you not coming? Who cares? You should come. Sure, Kelly will be there, but who cares about her?
I care. She even said not to come near you guys. She treats me as if I'm a monster who lives in this town.
Well, I guess she can be too prideful in her own ways. She tends to lie all the time because she wants others to respect her. So it's just a waste of time to be taking her words seriously.
I knew she keeps lying, but she treated me as if I was a thief the other day, and she insulted me so badly. She even said that she understands my struggles, and I was shocked to hear her say that.
I get it. She wants to look like a wealthy person who's sympathetic with poor people. She's always talking about it, like the donations she makes. I don't even know if she's telling the truth, though.
Michelle, why does she like you so much? You live in an apartment too, right?
Well, that's because our husbands work for the same company. Besides, I'm great at communicating, unlike you, Trisha. I have a likable personality.
I envy you. I've been trying my best to be cheerful too.
It's because you're an introvert. You're not very approachable. I can see why others struggle to get along with you.
I see. Coming from you, it's probably true. I'll try harder.
But I don't think it's fair for you to be treated like this, though. I know that you're a kind person. Kelly is only targeting you because you seem to be introverted and she thinks you'll never retaliate. So it's nothing for you to be ashamed of.
Really? Thanks.
Yep, Kelly just tends to look down on everyone around her. She wants to be in control of our social circle.
I don't even know how she comes up with that thought.
So you should join the New Year's party. You just have to stay confident and I'll protect you if anything happens. It's a good opportunity to get right back at Kelly.
Get right back at her?
That's right. Trisha, you're the CEO of the company that our husbands work at. If you use that information, since no one else knows, you'll get to retaliate.
But I'm not sure if I should mix up personal matters in a professional setting.
Don't worry, we'll just make her shut up. You just have to make sure you don't end up abusing your power as the CEO.
But I'm not sure if I should say it. I've become the CEO only recently, too.
But Kelly always says things that shouldn't come from her own. If you're going to crush her into pieces, you need to understand her personality and get right back at her.
I feel like I'm in an RPG.
Trisha, you can't just let her keep treating you like this. Let's make Kelly shut up.
Yeah, I've always hated how she talks to me. I'll try my best.
Stay calm and consistent with your demeanor. Good luck. I don't recall inviting you. Besides, I told you the other day not to come near us.
What? But I was invited to the group chat.
Oh, I forgot to ban you from that group. I invited everyone in the group chat, but it wasn't directed at you.
Okay, I had no idea.
Besides, I only made a reservation for myself, Molly, Michelle, and our children. It's a reservation for 6. We don't have a seat for you and your daughter.
I see. I thought there would be more people.
The evening party is the main event. This is the afternoon party. Besides, it has nothing to do with you since you won't be participating. I'm going to ignore you, even if you were to say anything further.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to enjoy the New Year's party today. Oh, but I know that you and your daughter are here for the lucky money, so we want you gone.
Okay, I'm firing all of your husbands then.
Huh? You can't do that. Stop getting carried away just because we've been nice to you all along. No one wants to see a peasant like you.
I'm the CEO of Summit and Tide Corporation, so I have the authority to fire your husbands.
Huh? Jeez, that's such a funny way to act tough. Are you calling yourself the CEO of Summit and Tide Corporation? This is going to be a funny story to tell at the party tonight.
I was recently headhunted, and I've become the CEO. If anything, please take a look at our company's website.
Sure, I'll do that.
Have you taken a look?
Sure, your name is on here. Oh, you should be so glad that someone with the same name had become the CEO.
Excuse me?
I'm sure you were happy to find out that someone with the same first and last name had become the CEO of Summit and Tide Corporation. But it's so obvious you can't possibly be the CEO.
How is it not possible?
I told you before, you're classless and you're always wearing clothes like a peasant. Summit and Tide is a large company that runs multiple high-end apparels. There is no way that the CEO there would be wearing cheap, plain clothes.
Whether how I dress is plain or not is up to every perspective, so you're free to feel however you like. But what makes you say that I wear cheap clothing?
Look, I used to work in the fashion industry at one point, too. I've been uploading my outfit on my social media every day, too.
Are you saying that you can tell that I wear cheap clothes just by looking at them?
I could tell what kind of material is being used in your clothing just by looking, and I can also tell whether you're wearing anything from high-end brands. The coat that you were wearing earlier, you must have bought it on sale at a department store.
What? No, it's not.
Regardless of where you bought it, I can tell that it's from a cheap brand. I can't believe you have the guts to wear that coat as you walk on the street.
Here's the coat that I was wearing earlier. Let me send you the link.
What? 2,600?
It's a product from Summit and Tide, too. How do you not know this? Besides, if you can tell whether it's cheap or not just by looking, you should have known that this coat is expensive.
Well, I couldn't really tell because I only saw you for a quick moment. I'm sure I would have noticed if I'd taken a close look.
Okay, but then the clothes that I always wear are also the clothes that are also imported by Summit and Tide. They're all from renowned brands from other countries.
What?
It's true that I like passive colors. So I end up looking plain all the time, but I make sure I consider my outfit.
But I've seen you at a cheap clothing store.
Sure, I'm not all about wearing expensive clothes only. Besides, there are a lot of clothing that are cheap but high quality. I prefer to have something that I could wear over years.
Well, then I don't really care.
Please don't switch the subject. I want you to apologize for lying.
What? What is it? I never lied about anything.
Yes, you did. You said that you could tell whether an item is expensive or not just by looking. You can't even tell just by looking, so you need to admit that you lied.
What the heck is wrong with you? You're also a liar. You're telling a ridiculous lie that you're the CEO of Summit and Tide.
I'm telling the truth. Take a look at this link. It's an article in which a business magazine interviewed me.
Wait, so it is true?
Have you taken a look at it? My picture is there too. I don't think you can accuse me of lying at this point.
I see. So the CEO must have the same first and last name and also similar facial features as you. I know that I'm right. You can't possibly be the CEO.
If the person has the same first and last name and the same face, that's me at that point.
No way. I mean, my husband never said anything.
He probably doesn't even know that the new CEO lives in his neighborhood. I've met your husbands before I became the CEO. But I don't think they would have remembered my face after meeting me just once.
Hey, I had no idea. If only I knew, I wouldn't have called you names.
Anyway, I'll be firing your husbands. It's too risky as a company to keep people with wives who are extremely judgmental and discriminatory.
Wait, I said I had no idea. It was your fault for hiding it all along.
So, unless I was the CEO, you would have never been willing to apologize. You're saying that it was okay for you to have been judgmental and insulting if it's towards someone in poverty?
No, that's not what I'm trying to say.
You were only bringing up your self-esteem by taking advantage of me. You wanted to feel as if you were a celebrity. You're a terrible person to have hurt others for your sake.
I don't consider myself a celebrity. Why would you say anything like that?
Of course not. You're not a celebrity. But you're trying to make yourself look like one all the time. To prove that, you lied that you were the owner of that cake shop.
What?
My friend owns that cake shop. You just work part-time at that cake shop, and yet you said that you were the owner. That was such a bold lie.
Well,
Go ahead and give me an excuse if you can. How exciting. You can't even give an excuse, can you? I guess you only know how to tell a lie, but not an excuse. The owner of that cake shop was also concerned to know that you were calling yourself the owner. So, please stop lying. You're causing trouble to others, and most importantly, you're humiliating yourself.
damn it. Fine, I guess you defeat me at this time. But since you're going to fire your employees for personal reasons, I'm going to spread that rumor on the internet.
Excuse me?
And you'll end up going viral. I'm sure you'll have to step down from being the CEO.
I'm fine with that. Your husband's already acknowledged their resignation.
What?
All three of them told me that they planned on resigning. I exaggerated to say that I'm firing them, but they all agree to this.
What's going on? I don't get this. My husband hasn't said anything.
You can reach out to him to see what he says if you like. I don't really mind if you spread the word online, too. Go ahead and please yourself.
I called my husband, and he says he wants a divorce. Hey, what's going on? Why is this happening?
Let me tell you the truth. Your husbands are aware of what you've done to me. Michelle told them about it.
What? Michelle?
That's right. Michelle is my childhood friend. She decided to reveal what you have done to me, along with my true identity. They decided to voluntarily resign after feeling ashamed of what their wives had done. But I prefer not to lose the manpower, so I first declined their resignation.
So, when you said that you were going to fire them...
It was just for the show. They all agreed to this. I thought that I'd get to punish you by doing so.
You better be kidding. What's wrong with all of you? I can't believe Michelle betrayed me.
Yes, Michelle gave me the courage to do this, and I really appreciate her. Without her, I probably chose to just let myself be your target.
I'm never going to forgive you for doing this to me. I still have other people on my side. I am going to retaliate against you for doing this.
No, you don't. And we're canceling the New Year's party tonight, too. Please take a look at what's going on in our group chat.
Huh? Everyone left the room.
Everyone's been sick and tired of you. Michelle helped me out, and they all decided to boycott you. I envy Michelle for being so powerful to have given everyone the courage to do so.
I don't care about that. They can't just boycott me like this.
Yes, they can, Kelly. You're a criminal.
What?
The owner of that cake shop talked to me the other day. She said that one of her employees had been stealing her products.
What?
So, she decided to install a surveillance camera in the back. And, Kelly, you would know what she saw.
A surveillance camera? Oh, God.
I couldn't believe it after you called me a thief. So, Kelly, I'd like you to leave this town.
What? Why do I have to leave the town? Work has nothing to do with our personal lives.
I only want this town to stay peaceful. You are the one who taught me that this town won't stay peaceful when we have a criminal around. Kelly's husband broke up with her. All her friends had cut ties with her as well. She was isolated from everyone else in town. She was fired from the cake shop that she was working at part-time. To add, she was liable to pay for everything that she had stolen, which made her broke, and she's facing challenges finding a new home. Even then, she insisted on staying in town. But she must have felt tired after everyone continued to ignore her. The moment we realized, she vanished from town. I don't know what she's currently up to. As for me, after she left the town, I've been able to live more confidently about myself. I really appreciate Michelle for helping me be where I am today. I feel like her advice to stay calm and stay consistent with my demeanor had been helpful too. Michelle is currently the leader figure in our social circle, as she gets everyone within our social circle together. She's always kind to others while she's great at leading people, so she's a fit to that role. The others, as well as Michelle herself, seem to enjoy how things are now. I hope this town stays a peaceful, enjoyable town to live in.
Kathy, I'm so sorry to bother you so late. I wanted to ask you something. Do you have time right now?
My kids just fell asleep, so I can talk. What's the matter, Ryan?
It's about Andrea.
About Andrea? Is this about how she treats Nancy?
Yes, I'm sorry to talk to you about the same topic over again.
Don't worry about it. Does it bother you since you're Andrea's boyfriend?
Of course, Nancy isn't my daughter, but considering the future...
You guys currently live together with marriage in mind, right? So Nancy is your future stepdaughter.
I know she doesn't have any malicious intentions, but I just don't feel like she cares about Nancy at all.
Well, Andrea is still 21, right? She probably wants to have fun. Nancy is still 1, and Andrea is still a new mother, too. She's probably not being used to being a mother, and she's probably still learning.
I try my best to understand, but even when Nancy is crying, she would leave her alone as she plays games on her phone. She's prioritizing herself over Nancy, and I'm not so sure about it.
That's a problem. Actually, I'm impressed about you, Ryan.
Impressed about what?
As Andrea's boyfriend, I know you're considering marriage, but you're not blood-related to Nancy, and you're taking her very seriously.
I've watched Nancy since she was a newborn. Even though we're not blood-related, I'll become her father if I marry Andrea. I want to make sure to do this right.
If you're so ready to do this, let me tell you as Andrea's sister-in-law. If you don't feel confident about Andrea's motherhood, you should support them.
Support them?
Yup, even though we claim to be our children's mother, things don't always go the way we want. And that's why it's important for you guys to support each other. And eventually, Andrea will learn from you, while it can go the other way around, too. So, it will create a positive cycle.
That's true. Parents can become great parents by supporting each other. I feel like I need to be more open-minded. Thank you so much.
I'm not sure if you two will truly get married, but when that happens, please take care of both of them.
Okay.
Kathy, you gotta hear me out. I'm going to Okinawa with Ryan soon.
The next holiday weekend? That's nice. How long will you guys be gone?
For 2 weeks, we decided to use our PTO in addition to the holiday weekend.
2 weeks sounds amazing. It's a rare opportunity, and I hope you guys have fun.
Thank you. And so, I was wondering if you can do me a favor.
What is it?
I honestly wanted to be alone with Ryan during this trip. So, I was wondering if you could take care of Nancy during our trip.
Huh? So, for 2 weeks? Isn't that a bit too long?
Oh, please, I don't want her to get in my way when I'm on a vacation trip.
Watch what you say. I mean, I'm sure it's not easy if you take Nancy with you. But I'm sure it'll become a great memory.
That's not true. You have a kid too, so I'm sure you understand. Nancy is still 1, so she cries at night, and I'll have to take more stuff, and about the food too. It's going to be all about Nancy during the trip, and I won't get to have fun.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I'm sorry. We plan on going on a trip during the holiday season too. I know you're our family, but I can't just take someone else's child around.
I don't mind.
No, we mind. Besides, if you want someone to take care of Nancy, why don't you ask your parents? I'm sure your parents will be happy to take care of her.
No, I can't ask them.
Why not?
Well, I broke up with Nancy's father immediately after I became pregnant. I got in a fight with my parents at that time, and I pretty much cut ties with them.
What? Haven't you guys been in touch at all? It's been over a year.
My parents tend to be hard-headed. They get mad so easily, too. Anyway, that's not the point. I really need you to take care of Nancy for me.
I wish I could do that for you, but I don't think we can do that this time. I'm really sorry.
Huh? Unbelievable! What's the big deal? Why can't you just do a favor for your sister-in-law?
No matter how desperately you ask, we can't help you this time. Maybe you can have fun with Nancy included.
But I'm begging you, Kathy. You're so stupid. That's enough. If that's what you're going to do, I know exactly what to do. I left Nancy in your car before I left on my trip. Sorry.
Andrea, you're back. Welcome back. I mean, what are you talking about?
Oh, come on. You know what I'm talking about. Thanks for taking care of her for 2 weeks. I'll go pick her up right now.
No, really, what are you talking about?
Oh, just cut it out. I reached out to you on the day we were leaving on the trip that I'll be leaving Nancy in your car. You read the message, so you must have been taking care of Nancy for me.
Oh, about that text. I didn't respond because I wasn't sure what you were talking about. But we don't have a car.
Huh? What kind of a joke is that? I mean, last year when I delivered, you guys came to pick me up with a car, right?
We sold that car earlier this year. My husband commutes on train, and I only need a bike to run errands.
No way. Huh? Hold on. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. Huh? You were joking earlier, right? You said you left Nancy in a car, but you wouldn't really do that, would you?
I'm not joking.
Huh? So, where's Nancy? Whose car did you leave her behind in?
Oh, I don't know. I thought that was your car. What do I do? I never imagined this would happen. Where is Nancy?
This means you left her inside a stranger's car, right? Most normal people would take the baby to the police.
What do I do if anything happens to Nancy? I wasn't trying to do anything like this.
We don't have the time to be regretting anything right now. Ask Ryan to help you find her as soon as possible.
Find her? But I left her in a car that I don't even know who it belongs to. There's no way I can find her easily. What do I do?
But you still need to look for her as her mother. If you have the time to be whining, start moving. I'll reach out to the police about this, so hurry up and get moving.
Ryan, did you find Nancy?
No, I'm sorry, but I haven't. What about you?
Me neither. I really don't know where she went.
We just need to continue looking for her. Kathy reached out to the police, so I'm sure they'll reach out if there are any leads.
Yeah, we'll find her, right? We won't possibly end up losing her, right?
Oh, I don't know. Besides, how did this even happen? You said Kathy was taking care of Nancy, and how did she end up being left behind in a stranger's car?
I'm sorry.
Saying sorry doesn't undo this. What are you going to do if anything happens to Nancy?
But I made sure to reach out to Kathy.
That doesn't make it okay. Nancy is still one. You can't leave her behind inside a car.
I never thought things would turn out this way. I thought it was Kathy's car.
Even if it was Kathy's car, you failed as a mother anyway. Even if Nancy is safe, that's not going to change.
I already know that for myself. I'm regretting it. I don't even know why I did that.
If you truly feel that way, you better not let this happen again. Nancy is your daughter. It doesn't matter if you're young or inexperienced. You're the only mother that Nancy has.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll never do this again.
I'm sorry. I got upset over it. Though I didn't know about it, I enjoyed the trip for 2 weeks, and I can't just blame everything on you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm the one to be sorry. I hope we find her soon so the three of us can live together again.
Andrea, I heard you were looking for Nancy all day yesterday. Are you okay?
I don't care if I'm okay or not. I need to find Nancy. What about you? Has the police reached out to you yet?
No, they haven't. I mean, I never reached out to the police to begin with.
Huh? What are you talking about? This isn't a joking matter.
I'm not joking, and Nancy is safe. I'm taking care of her at this time.
Huh? You found Nancy? Oh, really? Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. I mean, she's been at my house from the beginning.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that?
I'm sorry. I'm sure you're confused. Let me explain. First of all, the car that you left Nancy behind in was our car. I lied to you when I told you that we sold our car. So Nancy has always been with me.
Wait, what? So, were you fooling me and Ryan all along?
To be precise, we fooled you. Ryan was aware of this.
Ryan knew? I don't get this. What on earth is happening right now?
To tell you the truth, Ryan has been talking to me about his concerns a few times. He was worried that you didn't care about Nancy.
Ryan said that?
He felt that way based on the things that you normally say, and while Ryan was concerned about that, this whole incident happened.
That I left Nancy inside your car?
That's right. Honestly, that was the worst thing you could have ever done as a mother. Ryan was upset, and he said he wants to break up with you. But even if he were to break up with you, he'd be worried about Nancy. So, we decided to perform an act.
Was that why you lied to me and pretended that Nancy was gone?
If you didn't seem to be worried about Nancy, we planned on reaching out to the social workers to have Nancy secured.
Oh my!
But you were truly regretting what you've done, and you looked for her without even sleeping at all. You did this to yourself, but you were truly worried about her as her mother. And Ryan says he wants to trust you just one more time.
Ryan said that?
Let me tell you straight up, though. I honestly feel like Nancy needs to be taken into custody by the childcare facilities. I empathize with you as a mother, but I also can't forgive you for what you've done.
Yes.
But Ryan begged me, so I decided to give you one last chance. About that feeling and how you felt after Nancy was gone, I hope you don't ever betray those two feelings.
I'll try my best. I won't ever do anything so stupid again.
Kathy, thank you so much for everything. Andrea has been a completely different person now. I can tell she's truly remorseful.
I never did anything to deserve appreciation. I just wanted to make Andrea learn her lesson for leaving Nancy behind, and I only hoped that she would change her mindset along that way.
I couldn't think straight because I was so upset with Andrea. I thought about breaking up with Andrea, but I was worried about Nancy. I didn't know if leaving her will be the right answer, and that was when you solved my concern.
That means a lot to me, but I really didn't do anything. Honestly, I still think Nancy and Andrea should keep a distance at one point, too.
I'm sorry. I know I'm being selfish. If Andrea truly became a better person, I didn't want that to happen to her. I mean, I feel bad for Nancy having to be away from her mother, too.
I understand what you're saying, and I won't say anything further. But I just want you to remember what Andrea had done, even if it was just once.
Yes, but she's truly changed lately. It seems like she cares about Nancy a lot more. I could feel motherhood from her. She makes that expression more often. She could be still just a bit childish, but that's also what makes her attractive, too.
Okay, geez. If you're going to brag about her, do it somewhere else. I'm busy handling my child and my husband, too.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, what about the marriage? Are you still considering it?
Of course, Andrea has changed, and I've been positively thinking about it. And since I'm considering marrying Andrea, I made up my mind that I'll be Nancy's father. I can't consider Nancy a stranger at this point.
I see. That's fine then. It's best if the two of you get to marry each other without anything happening after this. Hey, Andrea, where on earth have you gone?
Oh, I'm sorry. My friend wanted to hang out. I'll swing by tonight, so can you just take care of Nancy by then?
Take care of her by then? You two were at my house, and while I was cooking something for you, you escaped my house. What are you going to do if anything happens to Nancy?
Well, I thought about letting you know, but you were on the phone and I didn't want to disturb.
That's not what you should be mindful about. Although we were inside our house, you left Nancy in the living room by herself as you went out to hang out. I thought you were remorseful for leaving her behind inside a car.
Of course I'm remorseful about that. But this time it was inside your house, and you're my brother's wife too. You may have been cooking, but you were right there. What's the problem?
It's a huge problem. I didn't even know you left. Of course, I didn't even think Nancy would be by herself. If I ended up having to run an errand and left my house, what would have happened?
But you never left and things are okay.
That's not the point. Why are you so optimistic? Nancy can crawl and she can walk a bit too. What if she trips when she stands or she swallows an object she shouldn't? Can't you tell how dangerous it is when you think about it?
I'm also a mother, so you don't need to lecture me like that. I make sure to watch out on those things too.
Then why did you do this? You promised you won't ever do this again.
But this is a different situation from last time. My friend's calling me, so I'm excusing myself now. Make sure you take care of Nancy.
Hey, Andrea, we're not done talking. Hello?
Andrea, Kathy reached out to me earlier. I heard you left Nancy behind by herself again.
No, that's not true. Kathy was right there. Well, I feel bad that I didn't say anything to Kathy. But unlike last time, it's nothing that could have become a problem.
Are you being serious right now? Don't you remember what Kathy and I said back then?
I mean, this really was a different scenario. Honestly, I don't get why you guys are so mad.
I see. What a shame.
Right? It's such a shame that I have to get scolded when I don't even understand. I knew you'd get it, Ryan.
Yeah, I completely get that I can't be with you anymore. If this were to happen, I should have had Nancy's custody taken from you in the beginning.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're on my side, right?
I wish I could stay on your side, but you didn't let me. After what happened last time and this time, how exactly am I supposed to trust you?
But this time it's different. I need you to listen to me.
I did, and I'm still deciding that this won't work out. Didn't you say it yourself earlier? You said you don't get why you're being scolded.
Yeah, that's right.
And that already makes you fail. Why don't you just get it? As you said, Kathy was near Nancy, but it's the same thing if Kathy wasn't even aware that Nancy was by herself.
But I thought Kathy would come back to the living room immediately.
You thought? So you left Nancy behind without being sure? I was so shocked when I started living with you and Nancy.
About what?
I was so surprised that a 1-year-old moves around so much. I realized how dangerous it can be by just not watching her for a few seconds. Children make unpredictable moves, and I wouldn't know what they'd be doing the moment after I get my eyes off them.
That's true. She tends to eat my phone all the time, too.
And that's why you need to keep an eye on her at all times. As an adult and as a parent, I understand it's tiring, but isn't it our job to make sure we protect her? And what the heck? You left your child behind because you wanted to hang out with your friends? You're kidding me!
I'm sorry. I was wrong. Don't be so mad.
This isn't about me getting mad at this point. Your shallow thought process is putting Nancy in danger. And I can't let you take care of Nancy, or if we were to ever have a child together.
Hold on. Are you trying to break up with me right now? You can't do this.
Didn't I tell you not to ever do this again? And you chose to break that promise. If Nancy and I were to leave you, you're the cause of the entire problem!
Kathy, I need your help. I'll end up breaking up with Ryan if I don't do anything. I want to marry Ryan no matter what. What should I do?
I don't even know what to tell you. I just believe that Ryan is making the right choice by breaking up with you.
Why would you say that? I'm your sister-in-law. Shouldn't you be worried about me more?
I'm not sure if this is the right time to say this, but it's not like I hate you or anything. As a mother and as another adult, I can see that you're still learning. But I understand how you feel, too.
Really?
Even though we're mothers, we're still human. I sometimes feel a bit annoyed by my child, and I sometimes wish I wanted to go out and have fun.
Right? I'm sure everyone feels that way.
There are so many things that I have to hold in because I have a child, but I gain so much more than that, and that's why I adore my child, and I don't want to let my child be placed in danger. And to me, I don't understand the things that you said, and I don't even want to understand.
I mean, what was I supposed to do then?
You didn't have to do anything special. You just had to stay by Nancy's side as her mother. And that way, Ryan wouldn't have decided to leave you. Besides, Nancy wouldn't have had to lose you either.
What do you mean that she'd lose me?
After what happened this time, we decided to talk to the social workers. We never know what can happen if we were to let you take care of Nancy any further.
You can't do that to me. Nancy is my precious daughter.
And you're the one who couldn't cherish your precious daughter. You gave birth to her and you raised her with everything you could until now, right? No matter how tough things were as a single mother, I'm sure you worked hard for the sake of Nancy, right?
That's right. No matter how tough things were, I could push through only because Nancy was there with me. You can't take Nancy away from me.
But you made us believe that Nancy would be in danger if we weren't to take her away from you. I despise you as another mother, and at the same time, I pity you too. From now on, you might never get to see your daughter again.
Oh, please. Please don't do this to me. I can't possibly lose Nancy from my life.
Maybe it's good that you get to part ways with her this way. I mean, maybe you'll get to see her one day.
How would I know that? You can't just make things up.
You left her inside the car and you left her behind at my house. And in both cases, you risked the possibility of never getting to see Nancy again. If you think about that, you need to keep in mind that this is probably the most fortunate outcome for you. Ryan and I went to talk to the social workers regarding this matter. I took a screenshot of my entire text conversation with Andrea as evidence, so our testimony have been considered. We had a discussion with Andrea included later on, and Andrea's parents have secured Nancy. Ryan broke up with Andrea, and Andrea was now all by herself. Ryan and Nancy meant so much to Andrea, and she couldn't stand living without the two of them. I heard she's currently living her days without any liveliness at all. On the other hand, my husband and I have been visiting his parents periodically, and we see Nancy quite often there. Ryan sometimes visits her too, and he said he'd like to adopt Nancy if it seems that she would be interested in that option in the future. We don't know what will happen to Nancy in the future. However, I'm wishing the best and the brightest future for Nancy.
Hey there, Tina. How's it going, sis? You know, I was talking to my husband the other day, and he told me that if a woman isn't married by the time she's in her 40s, then it's basically over for her. And I have to say that I actually completely agree with that. It just makes sense. What do you think? I was just curious what your opinion would be on that as an unmarried woman in her 40s.
I really don't think that's true at all, if you must know. And if your husband says something that you agree with that strongly, I guess it just goes to show you married someone who thinks the way that you do.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? Are you trying to have a dig at my husband? Wait a second. Are you trying to have a dig at me?
That's right. It was pointed at both of you. You should feel really proud of figuring that out all by yourself. But I want to know is just what do you care if a woman in her 40s is or isn't married? What business is it of yours? Because I'll have you know that I've been really enjoying my life and I don't have anything to complain about.
I wonder if you even realize how deeply you've bought into your own lie. You're telling me that you're not worried at all about who is going to look after you when you're older? I've talked to my husband, and we already know what we're going to do when we start to get old and slow down.
Oh, really? And just what have you two geniuses figured out for your retirement plan?
And that's a secret for us, but I bet that your plan is to just come crawling to me, begging for us to take care of you.
Hold on a second. You think that my retirement plan is to rely on you? And just what makes you think that I'd be in a position of having to do that?
Well, because I'm 8 years younger than you and I have my life figured out. Unlike you, I already know how you think and what you're planning. It's not hard to guess when your life is just working at a factory where you can hardly even save money. So it's obvious to me that in the end, you'll be crawling to me begging for help. But I'm not going to be there for some selfish old woman who didn't have the foresight to take care of herself.
Lucy, literally, what in the world are you even talking about? I never once thought of calling on you for help when I get older. And if you must know, I have plenty of money stored away in savings. If I need any help, I'll hire someone to come over or think of something myself.
You really do like trying to act tough for me, don't you? But I know that in the end you'll be here, at my feet, begging for my husband and I to help you. But we've already talked about this, and we agreed that the moment you try to become a parasite on our sides is the moment that we cut you out of our lives. And then we'll never ever have to deal with you again. We both agreed that it would be what's best, so there's no changing our minds.
I really think that you're kind of blowing things out of proportion with the cutting each other off. I mean, we barely even talk to each other as is. I think the only time we ever see each other is on holidays with the family.
Well, if we don't make it official, then you'll just keep coming back to us begging for money and assistance. But I don't even want you to think of me as your little sister anymore.
And this is all because I'm an unmarried woman in my 40s who still earns her own living? I'm sorry, but if that's really what all of this is about, then you're just being ridiculous. And more than that, you're being a very rude little sister to your sibling.
Oh, shut up, you old hag wage slave. You don't know what you're talking about. Just leave me alone.
You were the one who messaged in the first place, though. And if you're really so quick to cut off family members in need, it only makes me wonder if everything is okay with you guys. I mean, if that's your plan, you two must be having money problems, right?
You don't have any idea what you're talking about at all. But if you must know, we're doing just fine because Gerald works for a huge company. We're on a whole different level from you, Tina. Don't ever try and compare our lives.
A whole different level, huh? You can say that again.
You know, Tina, I think it's your attitude that's keeping all the men away from you. I mean, you've gone so long in your life without being loved that now you're just a bitter old cow. And it's obvious that you're most jealous of my life because it's perfect in every way compared to yours.
Well, you and I are different people, so I wouldn't expect us to have the same lives anyways. And just what makes you think that nobody loves me? And why do you think you know so much about how much money I have? You're just making up all of this and have no proof for any of it at all.
I know that you don't have any money because you work some sad little factory job. That's how.
So anyone who works in a factory must be poor, according to you? I think that both you and your husband should rethink how you look at working people.
The only thing that we need to worry about is getting you out of our lives as soon as possible. And just who do you think you are, talking back to me when I'm right, huh? Man, you really pissed me off, you know that? This is why you're all alone and why not even your own sister wants you in her life.
Right, well, glad to know that you know so much more about my life than I do. But I really do think that you're just telling yourself what you want to hear about me. And I think that you're going to regret looking down on me like this. But anyways, I don't think I really have anything else to say to you over this, so why don't you just leave me alone?
I don't need you to tell me to leave you alone. I already don't want anything to do with you. Just the fact that we're related is embarrassing enough for me.
Well, I'm really sorry that you feel that way, but I think that Mom would be pretty sad if she heard you talking this way.
What are you talking about? You think that Mom also isn't ashamed that her eldest daughter is already in her 40s and still hasn't gotten married?
I really think that you're going to regret treating me like this, Lucy.
The only thing I regret is not letting you have it like I am now.
Well, okay then. It seems that you've made up your mind and nothing I say is going to change that. If this is how you're going to be, then I think that you're right, and we just shouldn't talk to each other anymore.
That's right. As of now, you are not my sister, and I want nothing to do with you ever again. Go ahead and tell Mom and Dad I feel this way too. I don't care.
I mean, you and Gerald didn't even go to Grandpa's funeral when we had it. I think that Mom and Dad already know how you feel about being part of the family. Anyways, I'm glad we could clear this up and come to a decision. Let's just never talk again.
Good, fine. I wouldn't want some parasite like you begging me for help in the future anyways. So just get lost and never come anywhere near me again.
Well, okay then. Just don't say that I didn't warn you.
Hey Tina, how's it going? I just wanted to ask you about something that I heard. The word on the street is that you're building a huge house for you and our parents to live in? Mom isn't giving me very many details, but I know that she's getting ready to move, and that's all she's telling me about it.
Ah, so you finally heard the news? Well, it's a bit too late to come and ask me for anything to do with that now.
Wait, so that's all correct? You're really putting up some huge house for Mom and Dad? But just where did someone like you even get the money for a huge project like that? I know that something is up. Either you or Mom or both of you are lying to me right now.
You don't have to believe it if it will make you feel better, you know? Why are you even bothering to text me? I thought that you never ever wanted to hear from me again.
Oh, trust me, I don't want to be talking to you any more than you do me, but I want an explanation for this right now.
I don't even understand why you're so upset about this to begin with. But if you must know, not long after you told me to tell our parents that you wanted nothing to do with me, it was revealed that Grandpa left me all of his land in his will.
All of his land? But that's gotta be at least a couple hundred of acres.
Yeah, that's right. And since the land is mine now, I was going to build a house for our parents and I to live together. I didn't tell you because I thought that you wouldn't have been interested in it at all.
But that isn't fair. Why did you get all of Grandpa's land? What about me? Where's my cut?
Lucy, you do remember that I was the only one of us that was visiting Grandpa while he was in the hospital, right? I mean, I'm honestly surprised that you even know that he had that land. Mom and Dad were meant to get it, but they said that they would rather give it to me since they're getting old.
That doesn't make any sense, though. I knew that Grandpa had land, but I thought it was a horrible swamp or unusable or something.
Yeah, well, that's just not the case, and now the land is all mine.
But that's not fair. What about me? What did I get? I'm his granddaughter too, you know. I'm entitled to his stuff too.
You never once went to visit Grandpa while he was dying, and you hadn't talked to him for years before that.
But I still don't get it. Why would you get all of that when you aren't even married? I'm the married one. I need the land more than you. Give it to me right now.
I really don't think this has anything to do with being married or not. And you should know that while you were putting me down for not being married, I've been in a very happy relationship with my partner.
Your partner? What does that even mean? It doesn't matter if you're not actually married.
I really disagree with that, but anyways, if you wanted to know why I haven't gotten married, that's why. But if you really want to know about her, she has a great job and brings in a steady income for all of us.
I don't believe it. You mean that your partner is a girl?
Yeah, sorry was the fact that I enjoy working in a factory and wanted to move out to this farmland not enough hints for you? Anyways, we've thought about getting married, but my Gabby says that she's not that kind of girl and that it doesn't really matter for her either way. Although, now that we have this land and I explained to her some of the legal things around it, we've been talking more and more about the benefits of getting married.
So then, you're telling me that some working class nobody like you is really going to get married? Well, that isn't fair. That's ridiculous. I've never heard of this happening before.
You've never heard of two women who love each other getting married before? Well, it sounds like you live a very sheltered and sad life. But you should also know that I do work at a factory, but I work as the lawyer representing the company that owns it.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so I'm not really worried about money, if you must know. But I guess you just decided for yourself that I must be making no money because of where I worked. I did used to work on the factory line, but after seeing the conditions there, I decided to go back to school so that I could support my workers on the line. I met Gabby while she was at business school, and we've been together ever since.
So you're a lawyer now? But that can't be right. And your girlfriend went to business school? What is this world coming to?
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised you haven't figured this out already. I mean, we've been living together for about 10 years now.
Hold on a second. You and this woman have been in a relationship for 10 years, and I had no idea about it? Why didn't anyone ever tell me about this?
Well, the truth is that you were always looking down on me and putting me down. Always making fun of me for not being married, so I just didn't really feel like I owed you any details about my personal life.
But, I mean, if I had known this, it would have changed things.
Would it really have, though? I really don't think so. I mean, it certainly wouldn't have changed things with Grandpa since you never went to go and visit him ever anyways, even though Mom asked you to over and over again before it was too late.
But I was just really busy. This isn't fair.
Really? Aren't you basically a housewife? Just how busy can you be? It sounds to me like you're just making excuses for yourself. You have no idea how sad you made Grandpa by not visiting.
Well, it's a bit late for me to do anything about that now.
I suppose so. But anyways, I was always there for him, and that's why he left all of his land to me. And now, I'm going to give back to the family by building us a house. It'll be big enough for Gabby and our parents to live in. Enough for the whole family. Which doesn't, by the way, include you.
But I don't believe it. So you're really just going to pay for all of this by yourself? Even if you are a lawyer, there's still just no way that one working where you do really even earns that much, right?
You really have silly ideas about how the world works, Lucy. I've worked hard all my life, been very good about saving, and got to where I am. I don't think you've ever had a job where you stayed longer than a year at. You wouldn't even be able to afford inheriting all this land because of all the taxes involved.
But I had no idea that you were so rich.
Yeah, well, I guess I am. And I'm doing this because Mom and Dad have been complaining about how small their house is, and Gabby and I always wanted to try ranching. So we're kind of getting two birds with one stone doing this.
I don't believe this. This can't be right. This shouldn't be happening. You can't be better off than me.
I don't really think that I am better off. We're all just in different places and shouldn't put people down for being where they are. Maybe you should just focus on finding your own happiness and stop worrying about others?
What kind of ridiculous way to live life is that, huh?
I mean, do you enjoy always comparing yourself to others? Does it make you happy or something? You know that life doesn't have to be this way, right? You can just live and let live.
That is the most ridiculous thing that I have ever heard in my life.
Well then, I don't know what to say to that.
Tina, if you're really so rich, could you please buy me a house too?
You didn't just seriously ask me that, did you?
Please, if you're doing it for Mom and Dad, why can't you do it for me too? I really want a big house, and now that I know you're rich, you have to help me.
Yeah, that's going to be a no from me.
What? You're not going to buy me a house too? But why not?
Well, because just last month, you said that you never wanted to talk to me ever again, and it's obvious that you're only asking this because you know that I have money. But nothing has changed for me, and I still don't want anything to do with you. In the end, I blocked Lucy's number and did my best to never have to hear from or about her again. I really can't believe that she thought I would ever want to help her and her idiot husband with anything. I'm happy to have them out of my life. As for the rest of us, we moved into the new house when it was put up. Gabby and I started ranching and are starting to make a good name for ourselves in the community. I think it's a shame that things ended with Lucy the way they did, but it was so obvious what she was up to.